So guys, welcome back to a brand new video. The reason I'm only recording this on Friday afternoon is because I've had a sore throat yesterday, recently. And it was worse yesterday, but I feel better now. I'm not completely fine, so I might sound a bit strange, but I do feel better. And this is my team so far for Game Week 24. So Game Week 23 went quite badly for me. I only got 67 points, which was more than the average, but I also took a -4, so 63. And I dropped to just about inside the top 100k from an original rank of around 60k, and also 37k the week before that. So it hasn't been the greatest start to February. Most of that was because of my decision to sell Foden and bench Richarlison. That cost me 35 points by itself, before adding in the fact that I was going to captain Foden before I sold him. All in all, it was a pretty terrible game week, and in Watkins, my highest scorer, is owned by practically everyone, so that didn't really help much either, while Haaland looked underwhelming and only got an assist. Anyway, moving on to game week 24, and there's been a lot of planning and chip strategy that has gone into this video, as well as my team for Game Week 24. I've only made one transfer, which is Bowen to Foden, but I could make more before the deadline, or if not, I'll make those same ones next week. I guess we'll have to see, but I probably won't decide until about 10 minutes to go tomorrow. So I'm not sure I'll be able to update you guys, if anything, with a post. Um, that said, I think I'm not too bad for a double game week 25 because I've got Kabore doubling, I've got Trent doubling, and I've got my two City boys doubling. And given it's a small game week, I hopefully shouldn't be hurt too badly by that, as long as Jota and players like De Bruyne don't do really well. Now, with my forwards, Solanke has been a bit underwhelming, and his returns have dried up. He's blanked in his last 4 games, but I feel like there are bigger issues in my team right now, so I'm not going to replace him just yet, unless I have a sudden change of mind. Now, this video is also partly about chip strategy, and I think with your chips over here, I think there are 4 main strategies. Either you play the triple captain in 25, then free hit in 29, wildcard in one of the following game weeks, bench boost in 34 or 37, or you can triple captain in 25, then save your free hit until a double game week later on. Simply wildcard in 30 or 31 or 28, 27, around that time. Basically, either just before blank game week 29 to prepare for it, or just after if you think your team looks good. Either way, they're very similar strategies, but they are two separate ones. And then you free hit in 34 and bench boost in 37. Or you could go for the early chip strategy, which is the one where you basically use all your chips really, really soon, and gambling that the double game weeks and blank game weeks as they stand will provide more opportunities for points and later down the line. So triple captain would be either 25 or 28. Probably 28 because this strategy would involve probably wildcarding in 24, bench boosting in 25, free hitting in 26 or 29, depending on how well you want to set up your team for 25 and 26. So if you're bench boosting in 25, you're probably gonna have a lot of blankers in 26. So let's just say free hit 26, then wildcard is, as we said, 24, and then triple captain is 28. So essentially, if you wildcard 24, bench boost 25, free hit 26, and triple captain 28, you're using 4 chips in about 5 weeks. You're basically using free transfers and hits to plan for Game Week 29 and your wildcard partially. And you're essentially hoping that you won't get too punished by the doubles in 34 and 37. But 34 is probably going to be quite a tricky one because it's also a blank game week. And also, it looks like it's going to be just smaller teams doubling. So, not smaller, but lower ranked teams in the table, teams that we might not necessarily want all our players from. So, yeah, and Game Week 28, by the way, the reason I said triple captain Game Week 28 is because it has been announced that Bournemouth and Luton will double, sorry, in Game Week 28. So we should also plan for that. And there's just a lot of things to think about, really. So yeah, there's a lot of chip strategies. Um, the final chip strategy I was gonna mention is the one where you essentially stack up on Luton, bring in three Luton players, three hit in 26, hope they play in 29, and just triple captain probably Haaland or KDB in 25, and essentially just load up on Luton and use your chips probably earlier than most. But yeah, the one I'm most leaning towards right now, I'm actually in between two of these. I'm in between the Triple Captain 25, Wildcard 30, 31, Free Hit 34, Bench Boost 37, or the one where you Triple Captain 25, Wildcard 27 or 28. Ignore Gaming 29 when you do that, and just Free Hit 29, and then Bench Boost 34. But I'm also really tempted by the early one because I think it'll be less punished this year than most other years, in the sense that there's not that many more game weeks to come, as in double game weeks and black game weeks. Like 34 and 37 are the main ones. So using all your chips now could actually be a pretty good idea, and it would help you gain a lot of rank between now and game week 30. And then the last 8, 9 game weeks of the season just simply become survival, really. Just try to hold on to wherever you are. But yeah, that is my current plan. Um, I know it's a bit vague, but that's purely because I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do yet. But yeah, I'll probably go more in depth about this in Game Week 25. But for this week, I'm probably looking to captain a City player, so that means either Haaland or Foden. Because it's not that I think I'm being lazy by doing this, given that Haaland isn't necessarily the best option. It's just that I'd rather not think about this when I'm thinking about all my chip strategy. As in, I'd rather just give it, like, I don't really want to be thinking about what risk is probably or has the highest chance of paying off when I could just put it on a relatively safe option. The option I think most people are going to go for, and just rely on the other 10 players in my team to get more points. But yeah, those are my current thoughts until now. It's not very organized, but in terms of chip strategy, we'll probably talk more about that in the coming game weeks. And for this week, my team is either gonna probably gonna stay the same really because Poro, who I was looking to sell, actually plays in game 29. So it'd be another wasteful transfer to bring him back. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with all of my team right now, even though I just had a horrible 2 weeks. So I'm just gonna trust this lot and see how we go probably. And then most likely make a far more detailed video in ahead of Game Week 25 on chip strategy with proper graphics and yeah, just outlining everything a lot more clearly. So let me know what you guys are planning in the comments, and I hope you guys have a great week.